अनागतविधाता च प्रत्युत्पन्नमतिस्तथा द्वावेतौ सुखमेधेते यद्भविष्यो विनश्यति.
Today we sit with one of the most quietly life-saving verses in all of Sanskrit literature. It comes from the Panchatantra and it goes like this. Anagata vidhata cha pratyuppannamatis tatha dvav etau sukham edhete yat bhavishyo vinashyati. In plain words, the one who provides for what has not yet come and the one whose intelligence rises to meet the moment, these two flourish in happiness. But the one who says, whatever will be, he perishes. Let us first take the words apart, because the Sanskrit here is doing something beautiful. The first word, anagata vidhata, means the arranger of the not yet arrived. Anagata comes from the root gam, to go or come, with a negation, that which has not yet come, the future. And vidhata comes from the root dha, to place or to ordain. Now here is the hidden jewel. Vidhata is also a name of the Creator himself, the one who ordains destiny. So the far-sighted person is literally being called a small creator, one who writes his own fate rather than waiting to read it. The second character is pratyutpannamati. Prati means in response, utpanna means arisen, and mati means intelligence, from the root man, to think. The same root that gives us the word manyana, this very practice of deep reflection we are doing now. So pratyuppannamati means the one whose intelligence springs up right at the moment it is needed. Presence of mind. Then comes the verdict. Dvav etau sukham edhete. These two thrive happily. The verb edhete comes from the root ed, to kindle or prosper, related to the word for firewood. Their well-being is like a fire that grows because it is fed. And notice, Sanskrit has a special dual form and the poet uses it. These two prosper together as a pair. And the third character, Yad Bhavishya. This is a wonderful and slightly cruel piece of naming. The phrase Yad Bhavishyati means whatever will be. The poet has frozen that entire shrug into a man's name. He is Mr. Whatever will be. His philosophy has become his identity, and for him alone the verb turns singular, vinashyati. He perishes by himself. Now, the story behind this verse. The Panchatantra was composed by the scholar Vishnu Sharma as a course in practical wisdom for 3 princes who could not be taught any other way. In it, we find the tale of 3 fishes living in a lake, and their names are their natures: Anagata Vidhata, Foresight; Pratyutpannamati, quick-wit; and Yab Bhavishya, whatever will be. One evening, fishermen walk past the lake and say aloud, "This lake is full of fish. Tomorrow we return with our nets." All 3 fish hear the same words. Foresight takes the warning seriously and that very night swims through the outlet channel to another lake. When the nets come, he is simply not there. Quick-wit stays and he is caught, but the moment he is pulled up, he goes limp and floats belly up, playing dead. The fishermen toss the spoiled-looking fish aside, and with one flick of his tail, he is back in the water. And whatever will be, he laughs at both of them. Fishermen say many things, he says. What is destined will happen. Why should I disturb my comfort? The next day the net closes around him and his story ends. What is this verse really teaching? Notice first that it honors two different styles of intelligence. There is the planner who acts while danger is still only a rumor. And there is the improviser whose mind is fast and calm inside the crisis itself. The verse says both of them flourish. Wisdom does not wear only one face. What kills is not the absence of a plan and not the absence of cleverness. What kills is the surrender of agency, the decision dressed up as philosophy to do nothing. And be careful here. The verse is not attacking faith or destiny. Indian tradition has always held fate and effort together, and its consistent ruling is this: fate is the harvest, but effort is the plowing. The fatalist fish does not really believe in destiny. He uses destiny as an excuse to protect his comfort. Fatalism, the verse suggests, is often just laziness wearing the costume of wisdom. This teaching echoes across the world. The Stoic philosopher Seneca practiced what he called the premeditation of adversity, rehearsing future troubles in advance, exactly like our first fish. Modern psychology speaks of locus of control. People who believe their actions shape their outcomes consistently do better in health, wealth, and work than those who feel life simply happens to them. Martin Seligman's research on learned helplessness describes our third fish precisely: the creature who has decided action is pointless before ever testing it. Even biology agrees. Playing dead is a real survival behavior in the animal kingdom, and evolution rewards exactly two strategies: preparing early and adapting fast. There is a modern proverb that serves as the fatalist fish's epitaph: hope is not a strategy. So, how do we live this verse starting today? Let me leave you with two questions and one practice. First question: where in your life have you already heard the fisherman? What warning about your health, your money, a relationship, a skill going out of date have you clearly received and quietly filed away under "we shall see"? Second question: when you tell yourself it will all work out, is that trust or is it avoidance? Real trust comes after preparation. The fatalist's version comes instead of preparation. Only you know which one you are practicing. And the practice, call it the fisherman's ledger. Once a week, take 10 minutes. Write down 3 nets you can hear coming, 3 specific risks on your horizon, and for each one, take one small concrete action within 48 hours. That is the move of Anagata Vidata. Act while the danger is still just a voice by the water. Then, for the one risk you cannot prevent, write a simple if-then plan. If this happens, I will do that. That is the move of Pratyutpannamati, presence of mind prepared in advance. And whenever you catch yourself thinking it will sort itself out somehow, pause and ask one question: have I earned that sentence? If preparation stands behind it, it is faith. If nothing stands behind it, that is Yad Bhavishya speaking in your own voice. Then take one small action immediately, because the swim to the next lake always begins with a single stroke, taken tonight while the nets are still far away.
अनागतविधाता च प्रत्युत्पन्नमतिस्तथा द्वावेतौ सुखमेधेते यद्भविष्यो विनश्यति।